Ladies and gents, how are we doing? Dr. Lorenzo Mirabelli here again. I've been receiving a lot of questions from patients and family regarding how to best look after their digestive system. Now, in past videos, I've shown the link between the brain and body, or the brain and stomach specifically, from an embryological and neurological point of view, all the way through. So I believe that health really does begin with what you put into your body, amongst other things. So looking after your digestive system and eliminatory system as well is really quite important. And what I mean by that, I mean from the mouth all the way through to the other end. So once again, in a perfect world, to really look after the body, it'd be a scenario of elimination. So getting rid of things which don't particularly serve you or don't particularly work well with A, your body type, B, your constitution, or C, things that are just plain silly that we just shouldn't eat, invented foods. So essentially, once again, in a perfect world, would be staying completely away from processed foods, processed sugars, anything with any kind of colouring, anything with any kind of preservatives. Think of it this way: when you walk into your supermarket, the outermost ring of the supermarket are foods that you should look into eating, which is usually your fruit, veg, sort of produce section, a little bit of cheeses, deli if you have to go for meats, and then around through to obviously all of your other kind of milks and things like that as well, but essentially fresh foods. The further that you come into the aisles, you come to more and more packaged, processed, preserved foods. So, just as a general rule, if you're going to sort of start anywhere, but more specifically, you would be eating, if you are going to add, you would be trying to eat more things like apples. Now with apples, especially if you buy them from your supermarket, they're going to be coated in waxes and sprays and all kinds of stuff. So washing them in apple cider vinegar, or organic apple cider vinegar, the one that I use is Bragg's apple cider vinegar, will get rid of pretty much all of those sprays, etc., making it much more beneficial for you to eat, getting rid of all the heavy metals and stuff like that. And the beautiful thing about apples as well, it is the only fruit on the planet which can also actually has enzymes and components which cross the blood-brain barrier, get into the brain and help clear out plaques. So very, very good news for people with neurodegenerative diseases in the family, like Alzheimer's or ALS, things like that. And also good for smokers, obviously, because when you're a smoker, you're going to have more plaques on the brain. So keep that in mind, and remember the old adage, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Said it for a reason. 2, pepper. Black pepper, traditionally, black peppercorns. Flax seeds, okay, quinoa. These things are quite high in fibre. You've got 2 different kinds of fibre, soluble and non-soluble. So one kind of gives form, and one it helps clean out the system a little bit. Your sweet potatoes, there's a couple different colours, so it doesn't really matter what kind. Beer is also very much or anything sort of fermented is really quite good for the stomach. Personally, I like to go for Cooper's Green. So what up to everybody in Adelaide? Thank you very much for producing a preservative-free, brewed in the bottle drink. Really quite good for you. Give it a bit of a roll and get some of that sediment disturbed, and enjoy. What else we got? We got beans. Beans are good for the heart. Musical fruit, all the rest of it. So get into some of those. Okra is an interesting one. Now, okra is, I think, traditionally nowadays found more in Japanese cuisine. I can't stand it. The consistency just drives me insane. But it's really, really quite good. It's been documented that Cleopatra in Egypt used to indulge quite a bit, because it was very much a youthful, geez, what would it be? A fruit, I guess. God, I should really do my research before recording these things. Really quite a potent food, because it helps maintain your blood sugar. So anybody out there with pancreatic or diabetic problems, okra is really quite good for that as well. Your cucumber as well, very much a hydrating sort of food. Passion fruit, and what have I missed? Anything like kefir, sauerkraut. You know, you sort of fermented foods. They're very much stomach foods. So so get into those and eat those as much as you can, and then you know, on top of all of that, as I said before, your organic apple cider vinegar is a very, very good cleansing agent as well. Once again, I go for Bragg's. You can have just a little nip in the morning, or if you're going to make salads, whack it over the salads, what I do as well. But really, really, really good for the body. All those are really, really good, especially for your digestive system. So I dedicate this video to Joe. Hopefully it's been enlightening for you, my man, and good luck with the family. And if anyone has any more questions, don't forget to write them in, info or Lorenzo at thehealthstudio, or one word, thehealthstudio.com.au, and I'll try and get back to you as quick as I can. Thank you very much once again for listening. Chat soon.